Liz Davis here. I am a nutritionist and gut health specialist, and I help busy women with their IBS and bloating and other digestive symptoms which can really get in the way of you living your life properly. And I get you back to feeling your best again and making sure you're enjoying yourself properly. And so today I was going to do a quick rundown for you about a question that comes up a lot, which is, should you eat butter or should you eat margarine? It all comes down to this fat issue again. There's a lot of debate over fats and what sort of fats we should eat, how much, and which types are beneficial, etc. So it does get very, very confusing, and it's one of those kind of issues which we don't really have a very clear answer to at the moment. So I was just going to do a rundown of butter and margarine and what the pros and cons are of each of those. Okay, so let's start with margarine then. Okay, so what is margarine? Basically, it's a highly processed vegetable oil, which is made to look like butter. It's very kind of it's very high in vegetable oils, polyunsaturated fats, which are supposed to be better for your heart health and health in general. But the problem being that's only before they've been processed. Once you've processed them, they become very harmful fats known as trans fats. Now, by and large, we want all fats in our diet. We need fats. We need them to help us make hormones and things like that, and to be healthy all around. But one fat we definitely don't want is trans fats. So that's one thing to be looking out for when if you decide to buy a margarine or anything like that. Okay, so next one. So some margarines, so bearing that in mind, a lot of them have taken out their trans fats. Now they're produced slightly differently, so they can contain healthier kinds of oils like olive oil and various things like that. This is kind of plain supermarket brands. If you were vegan, or you need to avoid dairy products for various reasons, for health reasons or what have you, there are some really much better brands that you can get in health food shops. So they would have different kinds of fats added as well. Some of them have got shea butter, some have got coconut butter, and they're still processed, so they're still not a fantastic health food or anything like that. But they would be better for you. They've got a nice variety of fats going on. Another thing to bear in mind with margarine is because they're made of vegetable oil, they are very high in omega-6 fats. We need to have our omega-6 fats balanced nicely with our omega-3 fats. But because omega-6 fats are in everything, we tend to eat far too much of them, and when we eat far too much of them, they can become very inflammatory, and inflammation is the root cause of a lot of disease. So we need to be careful there. So if you're eating margarine, it's really not going to be helping your cause there at all. You will be getting a lot of omega-6 fats going on, which is not what we want. Okay, so that's the lowdown on margarine there. So then if we move on to butter, butter is it is saturated fat, which has often been touted as being very bad for us, hence why probably margarine was invented, to cancel that out a bit. So you have got a lot of saturated fat. It's also highly nutritious. So it has got vitamin K2 in it, which is needed for healthy bones. It's also got other fatty acids in it, which we need. So we need the omega-3 fats it contains. It's got CLA in it, which we need as well for various things. It's got butyrate in it, which we need for a healthy gut. So all in all, it is, although it's rich in saturated fat, it is actually very nutritious if you can get hold of grass-fed butter. You don't want grain-fed butter, you want grass-fed butter. And if it better still, raw grass-fed butter. which would be, you know, even better for you. So I think the brands you can get hold of now are Kerrygold, which would be grass fed, and so is Yo Valley grass fed. Those are both great. Farmers markets, you will be able to get grass fed and raw butter. So yeah, that's about it. If you can get raw, even better. Personally, my take on the whole fat thing is that you want to have a nice variety of fats going on. I wouldn't stick to one particular kind. So you could try spreading different things on your toast. So you could try, you know, just put extra virgin olive oil on there, coconut oil, mashed avocado, nut butters, seed butters, hummus. You know, there's lots of different things you could try if you wanted to avoid butter for any particular reasons. You can eat butter too, it's absolutely fine. It's very unprocessed. But the debate then would be how much is healthy for you. It's not a food we tend to eat a lot of. I mean, it would only be a little bit here and there normally. So I think really with this, it's, you know, how much are you having? The poison is going to be in the dose. So too much is probably not going to be great for you. A little bit is going to be beneficial. And then mix them up. So try all those different fats as well, which would be even better. Because you need fat in your diet, you need a nice variety of fats. They all perform different jobs. So eating right across the board would be the best thing to do. Okay, so that's all from me for now. If you do want to speak to me, then I shall pop a link in the comments to my diary so you can book in for a free 30-minute chat. And I'd love to hear from you and find out how I might be able to help.